justify first line, that indent stays where I want it. Okay. All right. So that's how you use character styles and paragraph styles. Okay, let me just get this back to where everything was. Okay, that's good enough. Okay, come back here and let's just check this off. So I went through both at the same time. So let's just get rid of character styles and paragraph styles. Okay, so now let's take a look at smart punctuation. All right, so go to type, smart punctuation. And this is something I basically leave on so it does it because it makes work look more professional. So like for instance, you can have literatures that happen automatically. Also smart quotes, those are the curly quotes instead of the straight quotes. So it just looks better. Smart spaces. So now you can do this after the fact. So if you don't have all of this on, you can come back in and select the text or do it on the entire document. Okay, so that is smart punctuation. No changes were made, so that's fine. Thank you. Thank you for telling me. Okay, so that is smart punctuation. Okay, now let's move on to wrapping the text. So let me go back here and grab my Greek text. And I'm going to pull this down. So here's a way to pull something down to another. Just grab the square here and pull it down, and it's on that layer. Because when you're wrapping text, you need both to be around the layer. So I'm going to send this to the back because what I'm going to wrap it around needs to be on top. So I'm going to select my star and go to Object, Text Wrap. So let's look at text wrap options. So 6 points, so you can change the number here. Now there should be a preview available, but it's not coming up for some reason. Also I can invert it, so because right now I'm going to wrap it around the star, but if I want to wrap inside the star, I can select Invert Wrap. Okay, so I'm going to click OK. I have my options done. So now I'm going to click Make. And you can see that this text is wrapping around the star with a 7-point space around it. And I can move that, until it's in the, where I want. Okay, so that is text wrap. Okay, so let me just cross that off here. Put that back up there. I like to be neat in case you don't know by now. Put things in their place. Okay, so now open type. Open typeface, open type fonts were created because of the disparity between the fonts that were initially, when the web came out, it just created problems because you had PostScript fonts and you had true type fonts. So true type fonts were made for the computer screen, and PostScript fonts, these are Adobe fonts, were made for print. And this is what you sent to a printer, PostScript font. Now OpenType fonts serve the same purpose because true type fonts were made so they look good on the computer screen. So now these have been combined. So now I can have a font, and I'm just showing you two ways slyly that you can look at the font, what the fonts are. So OpenType fonts are fonts that serve both purposes, and they work on Windows and a Mac. That was another thing. You couldn't trade PostScript fonts between Mac and Windows platforms. So now there is that there, and this works for both. So I and you should change everything over to PostScript fonts. OpenType fonts. Okay? OpenType fonts are the future. Okay, so now right now, this is PostScript font, so let me change this to a OpenType font. So maybe a Pro. Let's go bold. Let's go boldly. All right, now with OpenType fonts, you have some options of what you can do here. And so, well, I've talked about OpenType fonts, and we're going to go directly into glyphs because, as earlier, you can do literatures, different things, and also you can use these glyphs. So let me open up my glyph panel. So let's say I can insert or replace copy here, text. So now I want to insert a registration symbol, so I'll double click that, and you can see that appears there. And let's say I want to add an accent above a letter, so that's the letter E. So you can see the E is selected there. So let me go down here, double click, and there, so I have an accent above the E. Alright, so this gives you a lot of options. So there's plenty of things here that you can substitute with. Alright, so you can insert or replace a glyph. Alright, so that completes our lesson for today. So let me go to the homework. Now the homework really is on you quite a bit here. So using what you know now about type, get rid of your boring resume and create a resume for yourself using OpenType and the character and paragraph styles for your headings, job titles, dates, and names. So really, pull these things out. So you may have them pulled out by just position and using uppercase. So get rid of the uppercase, use some bold, use some character styles, use some italics. Don't go crazy now. Keep the same font, because you never want to use more than 3 fonts on anything, because then it looks cheesy. So keep one. Say on a resume, use 2 fonts at the most, but 1 font is better. What you want to do, you get that variation by changing the character and paragraph styles. Okay, so that's your homework. So go out and do that. And here's something that has a practical benefit for you. Okay, so you should have fun doing this and creating your resume. All right, so thank you for viewing this lesson. Looking forward to a few more. We're going to be wrapping it up soon, and it will conclude our introduction to Illustrator CS6. So go out, go forth, and just create.